a jail term was imposed on the LA doctor who supplied Matthew Perry ketamine. A Los Angeles physician was given a 2.5-year jail term for selling ketamine to Matthew Perry before to his overdose death. On Wednesday, Dr. Salvador Plasencia, 44, entered a guilty plea to administering ketamine to Perry during the month before the Friends star's 2023 overdose death. Perry, who was once one of the brightest stars of his period for his portrayal as Chandler Bing, battled addiction for years before his away at the age of 54. The actor had been lawfully using ketamine, a surgical anesthetic, to treat depression. He resorted to Plasencia, who acknowledged supplying it to Perry illegally and being aware that he was a battling addict, after his usual doctor refused to provide it to him in the quantities he desired. According to court documents, he texted another physician, calling Perry a moron who might be taken advantage of for financial gain. A medical examiner determined that ketamine was the major cause of death when Perry's assistant discovered him dead in his Los Angeles residence. You and others helped Mr. Perry on the road to such an ending by continuing to feed his ketamine addiction, the court said, emphasizing that Plasencia did not provide the ketamine that killed Perry. She said, "You took advantage of Mr. Perry's addiction for your personal gain." His mother sobbed aloud in the crowd as Plasencia was escorted out of the courthouse in handcuffs. Plasencia's attorneys attempted to paint a sympathetic picture of him as a guy who escaped poverty to become a doctor who was adored by his patients, some of whom testified in court. His sale to Perry was described by the lawyers as reckless and the biggest mistake of his life. Prior to the sentence, Perry's mother and 2 half-sisters, who were present at the court, delivered heartfelt victim impact statements. "My brother is mourned by the world," Madeline Morrison said. "Everyone's favorite friend was him. You referred to him as a moron," Suzanne Perry told Plasencia. "That guy is not stupid in the least. He even managed to become a successful drug addict." Before being sentenced, Plasencia also spoke, crying as he saw the day he would have to explain to his now 2-year-old son about the time I didn't protect another mother's son. "I'm very saddened by it." He expressed his regret to Perry's family immediately. He responded, "I ought to have shielded him." Plasencia entered a guilty plea to 4 charges of ketamine distribution in July. Of the 5 defendants who entered guilty pleas in relation to Perry's killing, Plasencia was the first to get a sentence. The so-called ketamine queen, Jasveen Sungha, consented to enter a guilty plea in August to 3 charges of ketamine distribution, 1 count of ketamine distribution resulting in death, and 1 count of keeping a drug-involved premises. She might get a term of up to 65 years in jail when she is sentenced later this month.